Hello fellow Frontier Explorers, Blue Frontier here with another Sonic Frontiers video. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, we are going to be discussing and ranking the Titans from Sonic Frontiers. For those of you that are unaware, Titans are these giant mecha robots that inhabit each of the different islands or open zones in Sonic Frontiers. They are essentially the big boss of each island, and you have to actually collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds and be supersonic to defeat them. Sonic cannot defeat them on his own. From a lore perspective, these mechas were used from the ancients to help defend their planet, and now they're being kind of manipulated by Sage in Sonic Frontiers, which is why we have to fight them. And there's only 4 of them. There's not a lot. There's only 4 of these big bads, but they are quite fun to play. I don't think any of these are bad by any means. The soundtrack, of course, carries so much hype with this. You being able to play a supersonic, all that is just super amazing, pun intended. But, you know, some are better than the others, and so that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to rank them. Let's get into it. So, number 4, the least fun Titan, in my opinion, from a design and fight standpoint, would be the Wyvern. The Wyvern is the boss for the second island, Ares Island. It's the Sand Island. And yeah, this boss is interesting because you're basically flying around trying to catch up to it, and then once you have the chance to catch up to it, you then have to fight it, and then it goes through a few phases, but it's mostly quick time events, which is where I'm kind of just like, it's not the best, because once you get to the second and third phase of this boss, it's mostly quick time events and button mashing. Now, I forgot to mention, for all these Titan fights, blocking is almost essential, unless you're playing on easier difficulties. If you don't block and counterattack, you're going to have a tough time fighting all these bosses. And I just think for this boss fight in particular, the Wyvern, blocking his attacks are a little bit clunky. His moves aren't really that telegraphed compared to the other Titans. But yeah, it's a fine fight. They're very gracious with the rings. You can pick up a lot of rings as you're flying around trying to chase the Wyvern. It just kind of seems like a time waster, honestly, until you get to the fighting part. And then you block, and then you have to go and fly and chase after him, and then fight again. I personally think this is the weaker of all the Titans, but yeah. Let me know what you think about the Wyvern down in the comments below. Number 3 would be the Knight. The Knight Titan looks the coolest. I'm just going to say that right now. Out of all of the Titans, I think he looks the most cool. I was going to say BA, but this is a family channel, so I'm not going to curse. I had to catch myself right there. Yeah, he is awesome. He is so cool. He's got a sword and a shield. The fight is a little bit frustrating, though. Not only does the spikes come out from the ground, you got to be wary of that, but when he starts throwing his shield, it's not really known what you're supposed to do. I remember my first playthrough, I was kind of confused. I was like, okay, like this thing is, his shield is spinning around. I'm losing my rings. Nothing's happening. He's speeding around. I can't catch up to him. You actually have to get in the pathing of the shield, block it, and then hit it back to him, which is cool, but I don't know. I wasn't able to put that together until I was already like halfway through my rings. So yeah, the mechanics of the fight is kind of what puts it in this position. Otherwise, I would have had this way higher. What do you think of the Knight Titan? Let me know down in the comments. The second ranked Titan on my list is the Supreme. Yes, the final boss of the game. Well, I mean, unless you count the end as the final boss, but the Supreme Titan is pretty cool. I really enjoyed this fight. I just didn't think it was that difficult, which I know is kind of a weird thing to say when, you know, doing these rankings, but I do want the last boss to be challenging in a fun way, but I really had an easy time taking this boss down. The design is very cool. It has like a sniper rifle, and, you know, it's really sleek and cool. So I do think that this is a great fight. I do think it's an awesome Titan. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Supreme Titan. And last but not least, we have my number 1 ranked Titan, and that is Giganto. Yes, the first Titan you fight in Sonic Frontiers. I don't know. I just personally think from a design perspective, from the mechanics of the fight, it's not too easy, not too hard. I just really enjoyed this fight against Giganto. It might just be like the initial like hype of the first time being Supersonic in this game and going in. Undefeatable is the track that plays. It's so good. I don't know. I just really, really, really enjoy this fight. A little bit of a tangent. I do think that everything from Sonic Frontiers, the first world and the first bosses, I think that was the best, and then it kind of got weaker towards the end of the game. That might be a hot take. I don't know, but I'm just letting you guys know my opinion. But I do think that this was a very tight final boss for this island, and yeah, it's great. This game is great. The boss fights are so good. What do you guys think about my ranking? Let me know down in the comments below. Please go ahead and subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. It really helps out with the algorithm. And yeah, look forward to more Sonic Frontiers content coming soon. I have my no commentary beginner walkthrough that's up on the channel all the way through the game. I also have a Let's Play that's coming out. I have episodes 1 and 2 up. I'm pretty much doing an episode per world, so it's taking a little bit longer to get out. But yeah, look forward to more content, and I'll see you later.